Good day everyone. Through this video, we will be sharing with you a maritime policy called International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification and Watchkeeping for Seafarers. The STCW is an internationally recognized set of rules establishing the knowledge and skills needed by mariners to work safely at sea. It was adopted by the International Maritime Organization on the 7th of July in 1978, and it entered into the force on 28th of April 1984, with amendments in 1995 and 2010. The convention aims to establish minimum international standards for seafarer training, certification, and watchkeeping, which enhance safety at sea and protect the marine environment. It applies to all seafarers serving on seagoing merchant ships over 24 meters in length, registered under a country party to the convention. The STCW promotes global consistency in training and safety, raises the professionalism of seafarers, and supports the compliance with international maritime laws. It imposes binding legal obligations on IMO member states to ensure seafarer certification meets internationally recognized standards. The STCW Code complements the convention by providing detailed guidance for its implementation. It is divided into Part A, which sets the mandatory standards, and Part B, which offers recommended guidelines. The key features of the STCW include standardized global training and certification, competency-based assessments, and continuous professional development, all of which enhance safety and operational standards in international maritime operations.
For the advantage of STCW, the first will be the global standardization and recognition. The STCW has established a uniform set of training and certification standards that apply to seafarers across the globe. By ensuring that all seafarers meet the same core competency regardless of their nationality or country of training, the STCW can promote a consistent level of safety and professionalism within the marine industry. This means that individuals who are certified under the STCW can work on vessels registered in different countries without needing to obtain the additional or separate certification. The second advantage will be the pathway to higher paying position. The STCW framework is designed with a clear hierarchy of skill and responsibility, which enable the seafarers to progressively advance through various ranks. As seafarers can obtain the higher levels STCW certification as the officer of the watch, shipmate, or master mariner, they will become eligible for leadership positions that command considerable higher wage. For the disadvantage of STCW, the first will be the barrier to entry for new seafarers. Becoming a certified seafarer is not quick or easy. According to STCW rules, people who want to work at sea have to go through several steps. This includes a lot of classroom lessons, spending time training on ship, and passing difficult tests given by maritime authority. Because this process will take a long time, many people have to get a temporary job while they have finished everything. Unlike other jobs where you can start earning money right away, future seafarers have to spend a lot of time and money before they can get a steady job. The second disadvantage will be the overemphasis of certification over practical skill. Seafarers might hold all the right certificate but lack real-world competency. Just passing the standardized exam or attending the approved courses doesn't always translate to being truly skilled on the job. Many training centers are more concerned with helping students pass exams and obtain the certification rather than ensuring that they have actually mastered the required skill. As a result, seafarers may leave this institution with all the necessary documents but without the hands-on competency needed to perform effectively on the board.
Let's move on to the critics on the policy. The first one will be outdated framework amidst technological advancement. The STCW Convention, last comprehensively overhauled in 1995, struggles to keep pace with rapid technological advancement in the maritime industry. While the 2010 Manila Amendments introduced new training and certification requirements, they were largely interim measures that failed to remove outdated provisions or make necessary structural reforms. This has led to an increasingly heavy and cumbersome system, where new competencies are added without streamlining older requirements, creating inefficiencies and slowing adaptation to modern industry needs. Moreover, the STCW Convention's update processes are lengthy, often taking years to implement changes, which lags behind rapid technological advancement like digital navigation and green shipping. Move on to the inconsistencies in training standards. Despite the STCW Convention's intent to standardize seafarer training globally, its implementation varies significantly among countries. A 2019 survey by the Nautilus Federation highlighted those differences in enforcement and quality control that lead to disparities in training outcomes. Moreover, some training institutions merely meet the minimum requirements, resulting in graduates with insufficient competency. This inconsistency undermines the Convention's goal of uniform training standards. The International Maritime Organization, IMO, has also expressed their concern over the large number of fraudulent certificates reported by member states. The proliferation of these fraudulent STCW certificates undermines the policy's goal of universal professionalism, as underqualified seafarers may be employed. Lastly, the bureaucratic challenges and financial burdens. The STCW Convention requires extensive training, certification, and revalidation processes, which can be financially burdensome for seafarers, especially those from developing countries. Continuous upgrades, such as new safety courses, also increases the expenses, making it harder for low-income maritime workers to sustain their careers. The 2010 Manila Amendments introduced additional mandatory courses, such as the ECDIS training, increasing the expenses for both seafarers and shipowners. For example, refresher courses can cost between $500 and $1,500 per seafarer every 5 years, posing challenges for low-income maritime workers to sustain their careers.
For the suggestion for improvement on the STCW policy, the first will be the extended period of certification. Currently, seafarers are required to renew the certification like basic safety training, advanced firefighting, and medical first aid periodically, and typically every 5 years. By extending the validity of this certification, marine company and individual seafarers can significantly reduce the frequency of this renewal. Fewer renewal means fewer opportunity for the accumulation of such scores. In turn, this will create an immediate cost-saving benefit for both individual and company, as they no longer need to allocate the resources to frequency training and administrative processes. The second suggestion for the improvement on the STCW policy will be the integration of digital and automation training. With the rise of autonomous vessels, digital navigation system, and artificial intelligence, there is a need to incorporate the specific training related to automated ship system, machine learning, and AI. STCW should consider the updating its training and certification requirement to include a comprehensive modulus on understanding, monitoring, and troubleshooting the digital and automated system. By equipping the seafarer with the knowledge and skill to operate this system confidently, this can ensure that they can respond effectively to system failures or cyber incidents. The third suggestion for improvement on the STCW will be the foster greater international cooperation and knowledge sharing. By establishing the open channel for knowledge sharing, the country can share their best practices, exchange the ideas, and learn from each other's experiences. One effective way to facilitate this cooperation is through forums, conferences, and workshops that focus on the STCW training. This event will serve as a platform for marine authority, training institutions, and industry experts to come together and discuss the challenges they face in implementing the STCW standard and share the strategy key and found more successful in overcoming the debt.
Here are some suggestions for betterment towards sustainability. The first one is to implement modular and adaptive training systems. Transition to modular, competency-based training that can be easily updated and customized to reflect technological advancement. Moreover, incorporate e-learning and blended learning models to reduce the cost, travel emissions, and make training more accessible globally. Through this technical cooperation program, IMO supports e-learning as a tool for sustainable capacity building, helping countries strengthen maritime training with flexible and virtual solutions. Moving on to the second suggestion is to integrate comprehensive green skills into STCW training. The maritime industries shift towards low and zero carbon fuels such as hydrogen and ammonia, necessitates specialized training for seafarers to handle these new energy sources safely. Current STCW provisions lack detailed guidelines on competencies required for managing these fields. And according to research, by 2030, approximately 450,000 seafarers will require additional training to adapt to these changes. Incorporating comprehensive green skills into STCW training will ensure seafarers are equipped to support the industry's decarbonization efforts effectively. Lastly, we will suggest and incentivize continuous learning and lifelong certification upgrades. Professionalism in sustainability must go beyond initial certification. STCW could introduce a structured point-based system encouraging seafarers to upgrade their skills regularly in areas like environmental compliance, energy efficiency, and digital navigation. This approach mirrors continuous professional development (CPD) models used in other sectors and would keep seafarers aligned with rapidly changing maritime technologies and climate regulations.
In conclusion, the STCW framework has played a crucial role in enhancing the marine safety through the global standardization of seafarers training and certification. While it offers a clear advantage such as international recognition and career advancement. However, the disadvantage will barrier to entry for new seafarers and lack of practical. It also faces some criticism for being outdated, overly bureaucratic, and inconsistent standards. To remain effective and relevant, the policy must involve embracing the digitalization, fostering the international collaboration, extendability of period, and aligning with sustainability goals. By implementing the modular and adaptive training system, skill interaction, and global electronic certification, the STCW can better prepare the mariner for the future of a safer, smarter, and more sustainable marine industry.